Hey, and welcome back to Blueprints. Today I am starting here just to talk about like some things that happened like at the end of the last episode, which is basically I guess I wouldn't say like figured out, but like we got like two options now that I can go for in a run, or technically there are like three now. One idea was basically to start a new save file and try out the curse mode, and I'm guessing their mode should also exist. And both of them are technically worth a trophy. I am still not sure if those trophies are actually worth anything, which is why I am... Okay, that's not quite correct. So, first of all, if I get one more trophy, then I can buy the tent, and I don't know if that in itself is worth anything. It might just be like a neat thing to buy, right? But it might also hold like some secrets for me, so I'm not really sure if I should go for those. But I'm not sure whether they also hold like any secrets for me to solve that are like specific to those modes. And I could obviously now go for them and just figure that one out, but I kind of want to do that like a little bit later. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Currently we are cursed because we had, I don't know if we had to get cursed. Maybe I could have just like used the hammer on the cursed coffer, you know, without getting cursed in the beginning. But I guess you could still get cursed because we got like the pop-up twice, right? So in any case, I kind of want to get like out of the curse mode. So this is kind of what I want to do today. There are a few, so I'm just gonna, you know, load the save and continue. I shouldn't have, like I didn't actually need to load that one, but that doesn't actually matter. Basically, I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna do it like similar to last episode again. Like just gonna go for a few things that I want to check out. And instead of talking the entire time, we're just going to check out like the stuff that might be new, or if I'm like actually here with like some... I'm gonna call it like interesting thoughts, because like the first thing that should happen is that we get an option to pick a room that I wanna see. Okay, I do have 70 steps. I should be cursed. Cursed, just for today, means that I lose like resources like constantly. Like, shops isn't actually the biggest issue. Green rooms could be, but this is like always when I draft something, and red room is all of the above. I don't know if I can do anything special here. Banner of a King. Oh, now I can pick that one. So you have to actually click it. That's interesting. Black rooms, red rooms, yellow. So like we have like standard blueprints. We can actually pick those, which is cool. Bedrooms could be fine. Hallways, okay. Green rooms. I kind of want to go for black rooms, making them less rare. Even though there shouldn't be like that many, right? Like how many black rooms are there? I mean, we do have the treasure trove. We do have the armory that we can't get currently. The tomb is a black room. And I don't actually mind that, because there are like some things I may want to check out. Some minor things. Again, I want to go for black just because I can't check that one like normally. Like I don't think there's any other buff to get like more black prints. But yeah, that happened now. Banner of the King, I can't switch it now, which, you know, makes sense. Do I want money already? Don't really need it, because like I can't actually get like a new buff anyway, so I'm just gonna leave now. It's also interesting that I can technically, if I understand this right, pick that whenever I want to. So, here's the thing. I want to get the tomb just to experiment like in the underground, but there's like a list of smaller things I want to do, and like if they come up in a run, I'm gonna talk about them. Otherwise, I'm just gonna leave that. Like we've been to the hovel again, we found something, trading post, we have the secret. Like the tomb at least gives us like a second. Do we even need that one? Technically we don't need that one now that I think about it, because I can also just go via like the elevator. Do you even care then? More steps instead of gems. Do I care about gems then? I could make like a run that does not care about gems again, but I would need bedrooms. But like bedrooms, the issue with those is that they cost more steps. You know what? I'm gonna go for the trading post. I'm gonna lose like some money that I don't have, which is fine. So the idea is basically like if I get like a really rare item, I want to see if I can trade that one, because we rarely use that one. That's like very useful like most of the time, because like the items that I get are oftentimes the ones that I want to have anyway. But in any case, there are like some small things that I want to check out. I'm just gonna, you know, do the usual drafting here, and then I guess we'll see each other once I find something interesting. Okay, I do get the mail room for the next run, which is nice. And also in case I get like more letters, which is unlikely. But that also gives me like the chance to get another book. Last time we got the history of Orindia. I do have that one now, you know, I've taken a screenshot of that one. I don't have the other version, the Caleb Manning without the first edition. Do I just want to go for the Black Bridge, or do I want to get one? Huh. Like, of those books, which ones are interesting? Like, a new clue holds like all the clues, but we have like the copies of those. Fixed stars, I want to see if it's different to the one that I have in the observatory. Ram and Rune. Would be interesting. Like, Curse of the Black Bridge was not part of the books that we had in A New Clue, which is why I don't really care about it as much. Swimbird we've taken screenshots of, I think. History we've done. For some reason I always thought that like the Red Prince was also in here. Huh. I might just, you know, misremember stuff. Okay, I do know that there are like multiple copies of that book, right? That's the next thing. I'm just gonna go Realm and Rune. I don't think I need it. I do think that I know every piece of information in there, but that might just be like a small thing just because I... Wait, let me check. I'm quite sure that I do not, and yes, I'm like in my notes right now, I do not have... where is the blueprint screenshots? I don't have that book. I do have A New Clue, Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. I do have the Drafting Strategy Volume 1 and 2. I do have Realms and Sigils, but in the Precipice, which is like the broken version. I do have the Red Prince in the Master Bedroom and the Nursery. I do have Swimbird, Fixed Stars, but only the Observatory version, and the History of Orindia. Which means the Curse of the Black Bridge, the Drafting Strategies that you only get in here. And I guess like the Humby System User Manual is technically also one that I need at some point. But it's fine, I'm just gonna take like Ram and Rune. I think like this might be the one that helps me the most currently. Like the Curse of the Black Bridge was interesting. And I think it's mostly just related to the coffer, like the curse one. There might be like something else in there, but I don't think it's going to help me with like the puzzle downstairs, which is like, you know, still the big thing. I bet I just missed like a small detail, and I hate it for that, right? Like, okay, I don't hate the game, I hate myself for that I missed something so important. Anyway, this is going to be an interesting one. This is the treasure trove already, and the Dove Cove, which is nice. So I'm just gonna rotate you, and we can continue here. Just because it's like one of those rooms that I like to check out together. I don't have a key though. I just realized. Fair enough. I'm gonna have to find one. But I guess I'm gonna do that in a second. I mean, I do have the storeroom, so this is great. So I'm gonna pick up the key in the storeroom. By the way, I'm not picking up most items, because it's like really likely for me to lose them. I should probably pick up like a second key, just in case in like one coin. I don't think the one coin does anything to me, you know, or for me. But hey, that's why I'm like not picking up those, because I know I'm gonna lose them. To be fair, I have like so many coins technically that I can pick up. It shouldn't be an issue. Anyway, blue box, blue note. Blue boxes marked by this one contain false statements. It's a different symbol though. Okay, but it's like generally about like the green ones, because otherwise like the rules are going to break all the time, right? Let me see if I even have like a list of that. Wait a second. Have I ever gotten a note inside of a blue box? We have blue boxes with moons before. Blue box with sun. I don't think we've had a blue box with stream symbol on there before. Yeah, it's only blue boxes. I do have a white one that has the note in there, huh? We've had the blue boxes with moons before. Maybe this is also for like the boxes downstairs, but like this still doesn't really help me, right? Like most of those notes help so little. I just need to like go through them. Maybe there's going to be like a hint that's actually useful to me at some point. Ooh, I'm actually not sure how the aquarium is going to work, because it should give us like negatives twice, because it technically is every single room, right? It would still be the best room to get. I just want to know how like the mechanic works. At 59 steps, so I should drop at least to 57, right? It's like, I'm gonna read it again. If it's 57 or 55, 58, 57, yeah, it happens. Okay, all of the buffs are actually down there. It's a lot of them. 4 of those, but it's like all of the above, and I lose like 1. I lost 2, so it does actually doubly stack. That's important. It's not just like the strongest effect that counts. Wait a second. How did I miss that before? There's another X. So there is one here, okay. Wait a second. Is there one here then? That I missed? Because we have like one there. Is there one here? Okay, this is kind of annoying that I missed that then. Okay, it's like in the middle of the 3 machines. Okay, so there's at least one more place. But what do I do with that then? Oh, broken lever. That's neat. What would I do with that then? It doesn't really tell me where to put it. Maybe it's like the same one. I just have to go to the archives again. Wait a second. Is that another? No, that's just a shadow. Okay, now I'm like really surprised that I missed that one. Okay, at least I have like another goal. I'm gonna write that down. The only thing that irritates me is basically tells me it has like 1 or 2 red herrings. And again, like a red herring could just be a complete troll, right? If it says like 1 or 2, that would be the second one technically. Right, like I'm assuming like if I get like another key, where would I even put that one? That's like still the thing that confuses me the most. It could also be... Okay, it's like another thing that I actually want to check. So remember where in the bedroom there's like the hand pointing down, and then in the office there's the hand pointing to the safe, right? Like I'm saying, like in the bedroom it points down. There's like one of those Baron bafflers. Maybe I just have to pay attention more to those hands. There are at least hands in one more area. That would be the foyer, because there it's pointing like at the opposite door. And maybe I have to go to that door from the other side, because otherwise I don't know what really would mean. Maybe it's like another secret, behind that door that I just don't quite get. But here's another thing, like if my theory is correct, that this is basically telling me, hey, you should dig in the bedroom, right? Even though I can't see where exactly it happens. Maybe I should do the same in the hallway. Which hallway is that though? Give me a second. I think we figured that one kind of out before. Is it just East Wing? It could be the corridor, like the regular hallway, because like this one doesn't have like these benches. This one has 1 door. This one has 2. It might just be the regular hallway then. Also, by the way, foyer. I actually looked at the foyer another time. Like, if I find it, I'm gonna talk about like my findings. I'm gonna call it like findings, because I don't think that they actually matter that much. But still, I'm gonna try to get like the jackhammer again. I do have the handle, so worst case, I can't make it this run. Okay, here's the thing. This might sound really silly, but I kind of want to see if I can see something on the other side of the treasure trove. I feel like we've checked that before, and it's probably really stupid to get the chapel here, but like I'm just gonna, lose another step doing that, because I don't have like a lot of stuff anyway. Okay, you are still blocked. Okay, I expected as much. I just wanted to make sure that... Huh. There is a hitbox technically. I'm probably running into like the table, like at the end here, just because it has like such a hitbox, I guess. But still. Also, otherwise still Blessing of the Bog. I really need that one, because I also want to bring the chapel outside. Maybe I can get like a better view on that window here, because I still don't get it. There's probably something important on there. I just don't know how to remove the altar. And this is like the only way I could see that happening. Wait. Why did you tell me that I could? Oh, you told me that I could equip the lever. That's fine. But I actually wanted to check out like this book over here. Also, we have a door, which is important. Also, I made sure this is actually one of the rooms with like high, I guess, like rich soil, which is nice, which means that we get like a lot of gems, even though it's a green room. You know, there's a part of me that thinks about like whether I could smash in like the walls here to leave, because it would allow me to like see the outside of the estate again. I don't think that's possible, but like I'm just thinking about that because of like the broken glass here, for example. But like even if you could, you couldn't really reach any like of the walls, so I guess it's not that useful. Time to read. Okay, rereading this, interestingly enough, you know, Danny Ravain did not take just like the letters, but also like his contract, which I kind of forgot about. Like there was like some mention about them. Was it a blue note or like some note that we'd found where they said that the contracts were no longer kept in the 10th rank? I don't know where I got that one from. I feel like it was probably like in like one important note. I don't know where I read that, but still, I don't actually know where those contracts are, and even if I knew, I wouldn't know why I would need those. But like maybe I can figure that one out at some point. Anyway, there's also like the envelopes, right? Those are also like the same ones, basically, that I use like everywhere else for like the red envelopes. Even though I'm like still missing one, right? Like there's like space for one. I would be surprised, like even though the game basically told me, hey, I can't get that one, I would be surprised if it were like completely impossible. I just don't know where to look, basically. Also, there's a reason why I'm not using lever. It's still, I want to get like the jackhammer. That's probably a lot more worth it. That's how I would put it. Anyway, I guess I'm continuing then. I'm gonna try to redraw. Okay, I do have the laundry room, and I do have a gem right now. I did that now. I'm currently like in the secret passage. Really important for later, so I can access it in case I, you know, get a sledgehammer somehow. Otherwise, I don't really need it, right? And this is like the easiest way to get it, or basically guarantee it. Also, actually, I could trade my coins for something, because I still have like the coins in the entrance hall, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm gonna do that. I think I just want to get like a bunch of keys. Gems, like I'm more likely to get like green rooms, which on the other hand is also annoying because I don't actually get enough stuff then, but I can like technically trade like multiple times, right? Like this is the next thing. Wash and dry. Yeah, coins and those, so I could just get like a bunch of gems. Again, like I could go here twice and it would work out, but I do need some money later on. I don't know if keys are more important than gems. Like this is guaranteed, like I shouldn't have picked up like so many of the coins, because like it's guaranteed either way, but I feel like let's risk gems, I think, because I still have like a decent chunk like in the lower parts. And here's the thing, if I need a gem to pick something, I need it at that moment. If I need a key, I can return here technically. That should work, I think. And also like it should just be here. I have to dig here. That's the important bit. Okay, just to remember, I'm gonna do that later. Oh, treasure map in the mail room. That's nice. Is it? Okay, it's like a top rank. Kind of hard to reach, but should be doable somehow. And this is like still the last one, right? Yeah, okay. I still need to find like a PC and see if I can maybe, just maybe, get like another experiment going. Okay, I can change the rarity of stuff. Passageway is like really common already. This is also common. Aquarium is unusual and is also not as required, I would say. I like it, but it's like not that important, I would say. I'm gonna leave it like that, because like I have seen the aquarium like multiple times. Like I might just miss stuff in there, but I'm fine getting it like every second run. Oh, that's not where I actually want to click, because I got like the really nook like directly behind my camera. But hey, it worked out because I need the workshop anyway. Veranda would also be nice, but I think the workshop is too important, because if I get the right thing here, which would be, okay, it's a sledgehammer, it's not quite the right thing, but if I had gotten, you know, the battery, that would have also been nice. Metal detector doesn't really help me here. I need the shovel and the battery. And like I do have the attic in my pool. I do know that. I just need to get it. Do I just tunnel forward or do I get the patio? I could go to the patio and see if like the hole is still there. Because if the hole is still there, then it might confirm my theory about the underground, even though it cost me like another gem. The hole is still there, okay. I might be correct about it then, that these are like permanent additions basically, that are like shown in the aquarium. Is that paneling there kind of special? Kind of looks like a window, right? I don't think I can pick up any cups though. Too bad. You know, one day I'm going to figure that one out. But like, I do see this kind of window here, but I can't like open it. So, hey, oranges. Ah, okay, this is locked. I do have like a lot of steps right now, so I'm gonna go around to the laundry room. And I guess trade my coins for keys, because otherwise I can't continue. That also means I need a lot of coins, probably. Should be doable, but it ain't great. To be fair, I could also try to go to the trading post and see if I could trade in like the metal detector and like the treasure map maybe. You know, while I'm going outside anyway, I'm gonna do that real quick. Well, technically I also do have a key over here, so I can use that one instead. That's fine. I should actually find more in general, but that kind of saves me like a long trip. I'm still gonna go outside just because I'm curious about like what I can get. Because if I can get the shovel and the battery somehow, then that would be perfect, right? Like I would have a successful run automatically like that, and it would be nice. But like otherwise, I'm gonna, I guess, trade around a little bit. And there shouldn't be anything here, right? Okay, broken lever would be a magnifying glass. Metal detector, so the rabbit foot, which also nice to get some more items. The treasure map would be coin purse. Yeah, none of these are particularly nice. I wouldn't necessarily mind trading in the treasure map actually. Or the metal detector. I think the lucky rabbit's foot is nice, and the coin purse are also, like, I would even be willing to trade the coin purse again afterwards. So let's trade that in, because like getting more items in general isn't too bad. I could get some dice. This should also give me... Do I care about the car keys? I can trade them some more. No, I'm gonna keep the coin purse because I need more money later on. No trade. Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna do it like this. It should be fine because like now finding more money should be quite doable. Also, again, Dolly just trolls me and I hate it. I don't know if there's like a secret to those. Maybe I can do something because it's like technically also outside, right? Like my theory is still like I have to be able to move like some crates around, right? It would be so perfect, right? Because this tunnel is like so long and you know, so open comparatively. It just feels like such an artificial world, but then again, like there are a lot of artificial worlds. Maybe I'm just overthinking this and my theory is just completely off. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out at some point. Okay, now I have like all the keys in the world. That should be perfect. And again, I need to find more coins now. But I do have the coin purse, so I'm not too worried about that. Obviously, powering this would have been amazing, but alas, I can't really do that. Now, I should just be able to continue like this, right? Because I have like more than enough keys. As long as I'm getting like some steps back. I guess observatory? Like I don't want to get the dark room here and have like more issues in the near future. Also I'm like losing all of the stuff then, but hey, maybe I can get something cool, right? Like sometimes you get something cool. I'm also getting closer to, oh yeah, I'm getting, I guess the slice at least. Also the sail, which doesn't help me anymore that much, but like, hey, it's fine. I get like a bunch of stuff. Also I need to reach the 50 stars again, just because, you know, the rerolls are amazing. I guess this is basically the last room, because I need a key card, because otherwise I can't continue here unless I find like a key card in here now. But no, this was just a lot of effort for nothing, I guess. Oh, salt shaker. Would have been nice to get earlier, I guess, but Yeah, I guess it's just like the end of the run. I think I have a screenshot of this one. Yeah, I do. Okay. So the last room, I guess. Unless I get a key card, I cannot continue. Okay, a break room is likely not going to give me a staff key card, but I have one for the next run. And like I have not really recorded that long. I wouldn't mind going for like a second one. Veranda could give me the key card like in a box, but I think like the break room is probably the wisest thing. Also, I still need to do that puzzle in there a bunch of times, and it has a chance to give me a key card, at least like the previous version had. And I don't have a key card here. That's too bad, but maybe inside of here. Right, it's technically a kind of key. Okay, 16, 20, 10, 30, 11, still 11. Am I stupid? 20, 30. Wait, is that... No, yellow subtraction. Oh wait, 21, so it's 12. I'm stupid. Yeah, math is apparently my strong suit. Okay, 10, 18, 81. So 9. Plus 2 is 11. Okay, 10 times 10 is 100. 90... Wouldn't that just be 9 then? Okay, that's just 9. And it's a silver key. Okay, it's not even one that I need. I did have the... Okay, I didn't actually get it. I did have the code check as an option in between, but I didn't take that one. Okay, that's fine though. I'm getting more gems tomorrow. My curse is going to be over, and I get the card. I just need to get like a good run then, and need to get the laundry room, which again isn't like the worst thing to get. Interestingly enough, like I did get the black print buff to get like the treasure trove basically guaranteed. I don't... wait a second. Outer rooms. We have 4 blue rooms. If I take blue, I should be a lot more likely to get the shrine again. So I'm gonna do that next time, because that's technically a really good buff, you know, by the King's Banner, I guess. You sure there's like a key card I could find? Okay, I couldn't even do like an experiment or anything. This is like kind of, again, kind of a sad run, but I did get like a few screenshots, which I'm happy about. And like, let's be honest, I couldn't... Maybe I can trade for one. I don't have like too many steps. Before I give up, I'm gonna try to trade for one. Wait a second. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Can I make it back to the black room then? Because I have to go outside? Is it a step to go through the gate? Because if it isn't, then I can trade for stuff. If I do this perfectly, right? Because I have 25 steps left, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. No, I can't. I need to end it here. And by here, I mean over here, because it would be nice to attempt it. It could save the run, but I want the key card guaranteed in the next one. I think the next run is going to be better without like the curse, right? So let's just end it here. Call it. And again, I'm just gonna do like a second run after this one, just because this is going to be like another thing that I'm gonna do every once in a while, where I don't like film like full runs, but instead just like cut them together, right? Just like I did it before. And instead I'm gonna give you like 2 or 3 runs at once, where I'm like quite sure that there's not going to be like too much stuff that's going to happen, right? So it's fine. Garden shopping center, fair enough. I believe it. Technically I could have tested something outside that I wanted to look at, but alas, not with those steps. And then it's day 74. How lovely. And we also get like some starting items, which is also nice. So we could have like a lot of fun here. I don't know, should I activate the coupon box and gems? Not the worst combination of stuff. Like starting with like 6 gems is actually quite decent. I'm still gonna pick up like the money because I'm gonna need it in case I get the shrine again. I do kind of need to pick like the blue banner, right? Like we have like a lot of time to take like other ones. Yep, and we are going to get the blue ones today, which again is nice. Okay, time to check out the garden. Also, I can see, wait a second, do I lose a step if I go through here? Because this is technically the, yeah, it's the west path. I would lose a step, so I couldn't have done it anyway. Right, like if I didn't lose that step, I would have been able to return to that room. And I do get the shrine. Okay, let me open my list of stuff that I need, because I need the blessing of the monk. If I can get the blessing of the monk, I'm gonna be really happy. Okay, the only two that I've written down is 15 gives me berry picker, 22 gives me gardener. I do not think, like, they might not be 100% related, but I just felt like I, like, in between gave, like, 15 coins constantly. So I'm gonna give, like, 12. If it's a gardener again, it might just be, like, the last digit. I forgot how many blessings there are. Huh, I'm gonna try it. 12. Gives me the Tinkerer. Ow! Mechanical room trigger your current experiment. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. I'm not 100% sure if, again, if this is consistent. I'm not gonna break the box this time around, even if I could. Yeah, it should stay like this, which is still cool that I don't know what I want to do with the effigy. Right, like we definitely can't put it into like room 46. But I feel like it has like some meaning just because you can pick it up and apparently still here. Like even now that I have unlocked curse mode. Haven't had the Rumpus room in quite some time. I don't think, like, we've tried it before, right? I don't think that this has any use for us, but it's like, you know, a straight path. But like, while I'm at it, why not check it out, right? Like, we definitely can't do anything with Alzara. But this would be like one of those rooms that I like never really check, right? Like, this is why I'm going here. Maybe there's like a hidden message somewhere that I just kind of missed before, right? That might just be a possibility. Who knows? And I do have another map. And the question is, does it bring me to the top right again? No, it doesn't. Okay, this is like completely randomized. I just feel like sometimes, or like before, whenever I got like a map and like a map again, then it would always bring me like kind of to the same place. Anyway, Ramen Rune. As always, I'm gonna read through this again. I don't think this is going to contain anything too important that I didn't know already, because like this is fan areas, for example, right? Which is nothing that I didn't know about yet. But maybe there's like a mention of like some realm in here otherwise, right? I don't really think that there's anything in here that's like too new to me, right? Like I obviously read this one before, but you know, there was like quite a time spent in this playthrough, but also like sometimes I have something in my head that I completely forgot at some point. Like for example, I oftentimes assume that when they talked about like tribe, they talk about like more like not about being primitive, but like in different tribes, right? Like very spread out and stuff. Yeah, no, they actually are talking about like a primitive realm, which is interesting because each of those sigils apparently is, you know, given a realm proclaimed that they're saying, so they considered themselves something. So it's interesting to say to see that somebody would consider themselves tribal. Maybe tribal does not come up then, right? Like this is like just me. Maybe I'm misunderstanding something here. Maybe somebody would see themselves as tribal, right? Because like the scriptures obviously they're saying primitive. I don't know if somebody would really call themselves primitive. I don't know. Otherwise, there are some notes that I didn't have like in my head like this anymore, because we talked about like here the pack mules. I did write that one down as pack mules, but they're also talking about camels and also about like the desert trails. Do we know about any deserts? And we do know about like heat in one area, which is the spiritual heat pink. I think that was supposed to be Vera, right? From what I remember, because it might also be like the turtleback, and we do know that there are like multiple. Wait a second, I should probably look at that because it might actually reveal something else. Give me a second. So yeah, like I'm looking at this again. This is the lost and found sigil that we had seen. They explicitly talk about in the turtle one that the 5 short rays that do not fully extend from the core to the border, but like it looks more like one of them doesn't, And this one certainly doesn't, but this one does. Which is why this kind of confirms to me that it's talking about like turtles, which then again would still confirm to me that it's Vera. Just because we had like the other notes about like Vera turtles and stuff. Which still leaves basically the question, like, since they're talking about like hot realms, right? I bet there has to be a hot realm. But what is the hot realm, right? Like, there's still the White Sea in the north, which is why I'm still so convinced that like the place there should be naval. So the only thing that doesn't fit is the mode, basically. But what kind of mode would they have? Like, they weren't involved with like the war, so I don't think that they were martial. They are probably not the academic one. They could also be academic, but like we always hear about like Korarica when it comes to like academic studies. Korarica we also have like open, by the way, which is like why I'm still so convinced that it should be academic. It could also be spiritual in a way, but it's kind of weird that we're talking about like the many schools in there like constantly, and like the dormitory even has like everything about like Korarica in there. I feel like that would be like too much if they then said, no, it's actually not academic, right? So the only thing that's wrong when it comes to my understanding of Korarica has to be either the weather or the transportation. But like snowy could make sense. I mean, it could also just be like no special weather because it's just like a high mountain or something like that, and that's why it's snowy. Wait a second, what did they say in the Dove code? Okay, this is about like the Dove code that Mary sent to her mother, like the notes here, and like she's talking about how it's getting too cold here in the winter. So it's probably not snowy all the time. Maybe it just is regular weather. Yeah, I think I might just be going for that. Huh. But that still leaves the question of transportation. Like, I don't think that avian is the right one, just because, like, we're talking about doves, right? Even though it is interesting that they are sending doves instead of anything else, which might mean that there's like a rough road to like any other, you know, postal service. I don't know, I might be willing to test no unusual weather with that one. No unusual weather, and then probably, like, okay, my thought process basically, like, then we're going for horseback, because they're talking about the rough trails. And I think, like, in the mountains, rough trails would make sense. But, like, I'm mostly looking at the stamp, and it's like this the snowy place. It might just be really mountainous, and that would make sense for the rough trails, because, like, camels are, like, about the flat terrain. It could be aviation, but that's not really the main form of transport, right? Like, they're just talking about doves. It's not transport, it's like for other things. Trains, it could be roads. I feel like the naval one, like, obviously naval can work for any of the nations just because they are all like kind of, you know, they all have contact to the ocean. And quite a lot, actually, if you look at the map for the most part. Is there any... No, I think like all of the realms have like contact to the ocean. Obviously some more than others. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's just like horseback. Horseback, clear sky, orange, and like Korarica and academic. I'm gonna try that later on. But yeah, like it's nice that I have like these screenshots now, as always. And still this clef that I don't get. Why is it denoted in verse? It means something. I know it. I just don't get it. Is that just the same set of like not stairs, chairs and this table? It's like a similar shape. Do you have the lamps here? They do seem to be floating, but you know, I guess just like the quality. I don't know, maybe I have to look at it again when I get like the magnifying glass again. I don't think that there's anything special on here, but like since I'm here and getting, you know, my gems from this room, I don't mind checking stuff out. I still, you know, don't really think that this helps unless I can play something, but like you can't really play... I mean, you could play the right hand here, but definitely not here, just because you need like two fingers basically, right? Like, and you can just, you know, even if you could play here, I don't think you can interact with anything here. That doesn't really help. Right, that's like my thought process here, that you can't really, like, this is not really a music puzzle, I'm assuming, just because you can't actually play any of the keys. Even though they are kind of suspicious how, like, the lighting looks on those, but, you know, that might just be like a quirk of the game. So I do have to workshop, which is nice. It's a dead end, but, you know, at least we can build our stuff together, like, once I get all the pieces into place, right? That would be nice. Oh wait, I do have a key card, that's amazing. It's so rare to have like one, and I really love the upgrade already. Ooh, plus 8 gems. I mean, it's all coming together, I guess. And I do get security. It would be nice to get like the effect of the blessing here before then, but obviously not quite possible. But hey, it's still kind of nice. And also we can still look at the statue. Which statue is that, by the way? I don't think it's like an angel statue, right? Like, this shrine over there has been bothering me for so long, and I don't think that there's like a real solution to that, but hey, alas, you kind of have to live with that. We can increase the rarity, actually. I completely forgot that I don't even need the, where is it, the utility clauses. Obviously, I don't need that one because I do have the card, so I don't really care. So let's return to the security menu and return to the online mode and get a like an experiment running. That would be nice. Okay, what's the experiment today? 2 dice every time I open a trunk. Each time I find trash while digging, I wanna dig anyway. I'm not even too mad about that. Also, like, I don't care about allowance, and I also don't care about that, so it's definitely set dice to 2. I could open a locked trunk, but I feel like I can find so much trash while digging if I get the shovel. I just need the shovel, right? Like, this is kind of more easily achievable comparatively, because I do have keys as well, right? And getting more dice for that would also not be too bad. I'm gonna gamble. Let's go for trash. Just because, like, more often. Technically, I also trigger it while, like, when I open, you know, this place. It's okay, or like any mechanical room, which is nice because it should not count towards, like, the 3 limit that you get. Because that's obviously part of, like, the trigger, and since you're skipping the trigger, that's not the best position for that, but you know what? Sure. Yeah, doesn't actually matter that much. Do I just go for the Chamber of Mirrors and try to reach it from the other side again? It's quite doable actually in my situation, so I'm not too worried, just because I want to see what the shells hold this time around. And I still need to press this button. But, like, you don't actually need to press any other buttons, because, like, once you reach the other side, you can just go up there. Like, you don't need to press anything else, which is actually really cool. And I never really thought about it like that way until I really paid attention to it, I guess. Oh wait, there's also a treasure map. I can dig here, apparently. I can't. Yeah, no, to find something to dig with, that's true, but I have to remember that I have to go to security again. Another break room? I mean, I do need to solve the puzzle still, right? Like, which is why I'm taking that one anyway, but, like, getting a sword checker here, nice. Getting progress towards my trophy, also nice, because, again, I need the... Huh? Does that mean a third? Because it's just a third of it? Would that be a 6? It is a 6, okay, so, that's making this one a lot more fun, I guess. Right, like actually getting more complicated. So 20. Okay. This is... Oh wait, this is a third, not a half. So it's 21. 10. And 5. And this is just a third of this twice, which is 10. Okay. You know, getting some keys, I needed those. I mean, learning new mechanics is nice. Like, that kind of tells me that the game is not over yet, right? To be fair, I didn't really quite expect that. It's just like that most of the mysteries are like far apart at this point. And I do get another star. I still am missing one more for like the final one again. But you know, Southern Cross is nice. Getting all of these, also very, very nice. Is there any reason for me to ever get the gallery again? Like, I don't think so. The locker room is actually really nice because I do have like the spread effect for like the conference room here. So it's like generally a good idea to get this one, but like in general, I don't think there's any reason for me to pick the gallery outside of like wanting to go straight ahead. Right? Ooh, keycard here. Oh wait, these are all locked always, right? Or are they always locked? I forgot, are they sometimes like free? I don't think so, right? Yeah, I kind of remember needing like a lot of keys. Oh yeah, I got the Hall of Mirrors, so I get like a second observatory, which would give me re-rolls guaranteed. It's nicer than like the dark room, I guess, because I don't have the utility closet and I don't really need the pump room that much. I got it like before, like lower down. It would have been nice for the pool to access that one. But I think the observatory in general is just kind of nice to have like a second time. Like, honestly. Oh, music stopped. And started again. And we do have the inkwell, which is nice. Which does mean, again, we have like 50 rerolls in theory. I'm not gonna use them this time around though, because like they really are kind of valuable, right? Like if I have like a run going where I feel like I need to find a solution here, because it's like such an amazing run, I might use them, but otherwise, like most of the time I'm never going to use that. I could get the boiler room, because it's also a mechanical room. Oh, we should get the mechanarium this time. Because I can get like so many more of them. That wouldn't be too bad actually. At experiment successful, I should get like another, yeah, I get another die. I still don't have a shovel though. Ugh, why can't I get a shovel? I should also get the pump room then. Like obviously it's not the best room, but if I would try to get the mechanarium, I would even be willing to get like all the redraws later on. I think that's worth it, unless I want to walk in closer for the items, but I don't think I get like the big items in here like most of the time. I mostly just get like gems. I need the attic instead. So I'm gonna get the pump room. Do I want to switch water levels? I don't think so. I need to check inside just in case there's like an item. Also, I can go through here and get like a gem, I guess? Okay, there isn't an item here. Fair enough. Do I want to press that button? I guess so. Doesn't really connect anything though. Right, like I can get like a gem over there, but I don't really care about like a singular gem that much. But then again, it also doesn't block too much currently, so I don't really mind having that one open. I'm just gonna not open like too many others because it's going to make like, you know, navigating around kind of annoying. Also, I did look around here like before. I don't think that there's anything hidden in here, just because it's like another one of those rooms that I rarely draw this like this far into the run. Or like not into the run, but like into the game. Oh, extra delicious apples, by the way. And the salt shaker. Yeah, that's nice. Also, look at all those keys. Doggies. Oh, you well. Oh, the best doggos. I can get another library here, actually. Which would be nice, I guess. Okay, I can't get another library here because you are rotated the wrong way. So I'm gonna just draw. You wrote it the right way. That's nice. Okay, that's helpful. Okay, that can at least mean that I can get another book going. Which one do I want? I guess the Curse of the Black Bridge. I think that's fine. Just to have like the screenshot of it. I don't think it's going to be like a really useful one because it doesn't really. Like, I wouldn't know which puzzle it is about. That's like how I would put it. Also, let's just open this one. I have like enough keys. I don't know what puzzle it would help me with because I have already, I guess, solved how to get the effigy, right? And this is kind of what it tells me about, right? Oh, I would love the attic, but I can't. It's annoying. Anyway, look at that. And we even have the trophy room. That never happens. Wait, I do have a key card, right? I'm gonna get the Cloister of Draxus because there's one theory I have with the garage, and I want to check out the garage from the outside when it's closed. I don't know if that does anything, but like this was something that happened, like it came into my mind while I was editing, and I was thinking, you know what? Why not? Right? Like it could definitely be worse. So I'm just gonna go in here, and also it allows me to use the elevator here again. That's the first thing, and it should just let me open these again, right? Okay, it's just money. But we had that before. I don't know if like all of them are going to be filled with money now. No, we get like multiple copies in general. So I can basically build my deck now. Which is like, you know, the theory that I had before. Do I want more parlors? I want more dens. I don't really care about parlor. Like I've played enough parlor games. They're nice, but I think the den just has like a better layout, and having like a second one would be nice. And it's actually really cool that it's actually worth it to come here multiple times in general. I'm not sure if there's like any other puzzle in here that you may be able to, you know, look at. Maybe like the pillar has something special to it, but I feel like I've looked at that multiple times. So I'm like sure that there isn't anything. But now that we've done that, we can actually press like all the other buttons, because like again, there isn't really anything else here. Nothing glued to the ceiling, and again, I don't really care about like another parlor. This is definitely more of a deck building now. I'm wondering if there's like a way to remove plans from your list somehow. I don't think it, like, to be fair, you wouldn't, I guess, ruin your run too much anyway, even if you had like another parlor, right? Like you would have to play like a lot for this to become an issue. But I'm fine doing it like this. Again, like we've done the parlor trophy, I don't really see a lot of a need to get like too many more. This one should open the sides, yeah, and this also gives me some gems. And I don't need to go through the ballroom again, which is nice, especially if I can maybe open a way through here. I don't think I can. No. Not quite, like this one's blocked anyway, but like if I go to the drawing room, drawing room and boiler room are connected, which doesn't really help me. Okay, fair enough. And as I mentioned before, I'm gonna open this one here and hope for the garage. And there we have it. I'm not gonna open it, but you know, getting like the keys out of there is probably fine. I didn't get the garage key, right? That was like last run. That's fine. And then the next opportunity I get, I'm gonna go outside, because there's like also like the ladder and stuff. I don't think that there should be anything special happening because of that, right? Because like outside has never really changed, but we should be able to just walk here. And I don't know why I've never tried that, right? Like the one run where I was looking at it, I feel like I've thought about that, but I've just not done it. Also, I'm going to I'm gonna continue here. I would like more rooms. Guest bedroom could be fine, but like we can just redraw a lot because we get more redraws anyway soon, right? The lavatory, it kind of taunts me. I'm just gonna get the utility closet actually. Because then I can at least switch some settings around, and it also is like another mechanical room. It's going to remove... Yeah. Okay, first it removed like 2 of my, or like put my dice to 2, and then it gave me 4 more, which is nice that it happened this way around. Still though, that's, I guess, gym. We don't need to deactivate the keycard system. We could turn on the garage, I mean, sure. Darkroom doesn't actually matter because we have to go here anyway once we find it, right? So, and we've not gotten it before, right? That it wasn't this run. Anyway, I'm gonna check out the outside. Oh wait, I forgot the sleeping mask. Okay, good thing that I looked into this again. Don't really feel like it's going to help me too much, but hey, with like all of the... There's like 1 bedroom that I have so far, so maybe I can just draw some more. Also, there are 2 trunks here again. Why are there 2 trunks? Like sometimes there's like some effect that does that, but I forgot which one it was, because it's certainly not the experiment, right? Like I just see it happen every once in a while. I'm still not sure what exactly... Oh wait, it's the I remember. I also don't have... You know what? I'm still gonna use like one of those because of so many keys. It's the constellation. There's a constellation that adds 2 trunks to the like the first room. I always forget that. Wait a second. You don't put the plank down if I don't open this? That's kind of a troll. Not gonna lie. Huh. I had hopes and dreams. And I can see the garage from here. But like the rest hasn't generated yet. That's interesting. That it works like that. Okay, at least I have the confirmation that I can't... I guess I can't really go outside unless I open the garage door. Okay, so this is at least like not a puzzle. That's important. I just noticed, like if I go close enough I can actually see like the rest of the cave. I know it's like just a minor thing. I just like looking at bugs like that, or like I mean technically it's a bug, but like unintended side effects of like how rooms load, for example, right? Like that's more me as a let's call myself a game designer, sure. You know, thinking about it, there's actually one other thing that I want to try, like, I'm gonna write it down, but like, one day I'm going to call the elevator down and then go around and like see the entrance again. I think that could be interesting, or like the top, because I don't know if we didn't only see like the hole. I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I could have seen that. But then again, I don't think that would make like much of a difference. Like for the main reason that like originally the elevator was like higher up anyway, so I don't think it would have hidden anything, right? Right, let's just go with that. I mean, I'm getting items here, but I do not get the one that I mean, I do have the battery. I just need a shovel. Can I get the shop somewhere? But like, even if I get that one, it's like still not enough. That's kind of annoying. I mean, I do have the workshop, right? But I would also need the laundry room. I do have a lot of rerolls, but I don't know if it's like worth it, because I feel like this is something I can also do like another run. It's like not something that has like such specific specifications that I could never do that. I guess Rotunda. We do have a break room over there that I can just go to at the end, so I don't really need that. Yeah, Rotunda. I'm gonna redraw like a few times in general, just because I have so many dice. Attic guarantees the shovel, basically. And then I would have to re-roll on the other side, though. It's probably worth to try, though. I have 9 re-rolls, maybe even more in a second. I just need to get a shovel, and I don't see one, so I'm... Okay, I guess it wasn't quite guaranteed to get that one. Alas, so it's life, I guess. Wait, where's... There's probably coins somewhere here, right? Also some gems, apparently. Oh, key. It's just like a standard spot, actually. It's not even like a special one that I got via the metal detector. Okay, this is awkward. Huh. Any other rooms that I can do? No, I can only go like for the last 2 rooms. I would need like commissary and then the laundry room. Those are like the 2 that I would need for this to work, or like for my plans. Otherwise, I at least know what to do next time. Yeah, I do have a secret garden key that doesn't work here, obviously, so I'm just gonna go for like a regular key. I could also get the lab. And how many rooms would I have done? Wait, 1... No, wait, the lab would also be terrible, actually. Because it would also reset my dice. But I want to see, how many mechanical rooms do I have? 1 in security. 2, 3, 4... That would be my 5th one. Like, it would give me not a lot of stuff, even if I got like the mechanarium now. Huh. I guess I'm just gonna redraw for like something where I feel like I'm getting items from. It's the mechanarium though. Like I have had 5 before, right? I get like 1 more room afterwards, but that doesn't really help me because I do not have both the rooms then. Huh. Okay, let's recount again. I do have the mechanarium then, that's 1. 2 in utility closet, 3 in pump room, 4 in boiler room, 5 in security, 6 in the workshop. This would have been like, this is actually the mechanarium with the most rooms that I've ever had then. So I'm fine with this. Like 5 was like the most that I had before. And I do know that there's like a hidden key here, right? Or like something was here, I forgot what. Huh? Huh? I wasn't supposed to get one. Huh? Are you lying to me, game? Is this a backup sanction? Huh? What kind of throne is this? Okay, there are 2 keys it could be. It's the one that's on the throne. I don't think this is this one. That doesn't really make any sense. And the other one is one that I'm supposed. That's like. Wait. What was the exact wording? I thought it was behind the 8th door. Wait, I do have a screenshot of this one, probably, right? Okay, what do I know about this? Wait, let me move this. First key is found here in the furthest rank. We have that one. Second lock tied in the vault of a bank. We have that one. Furthest high up among our clocks. We have that one. The 4th down below beneath our clocks. The 5th is held by a king on a throne. I have no idea what that means. And the last key is waiting behind the last door of 8. Is this the last door of 8? I mean, technically, it does make sense in a way because there are like 8 doors, but I don't have 8 doors open. In any case, I'm happy about that. Yeah, but like, it's certainly not what I expected. I guess maybe the rotation was wrong. Who knows? I do get a silver key though. That does mean this run was worth it for something. I'm gonna open Vera then. Because now I understand this better, right? I can at least complete that. We can also open this door here if I want to. Which is nice. Because we can reach it thanks to the trophy room if I really wanted to afterwards. Yeah, I can just use my keys, it's okay. And this is just like a regular room. Sauna? Sure, make next room better, like next run better. Can't even talk anymore. What's inside of here? Just a key, okay. And some coins, lovely. Anything else in here? Like I never get this sauna because it also requires like the other room, right? So I wouldn't be too surprised if there was like something hidden in here. But then again, like the mechanic is also like good enough that it's like worth it to get this room without, you know, a puzzle in here. But then again, it's blueprints we're talking about, like. What else could we put in here? I do know that this heats other rooms. There's like one mechanic that we have in here. We do have a clock that I don't care about right now. I don't know if I could do something with the coals. I don't think so. This might just be like a heating thing then. Huh. And another one. Like how many doors? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe? Because it tries to not... Oh, that would be an interesting mechanic actually. Where like the mechanarium is actually worth it if you get it like in a dead end position. Right, to like not waste your doors. I opened this one, right? Oh, there's also where... Another discus. Instead of one to the estate terminals. Nice. Okay, now I need to think about this. How do I do this? Foundation first. Because there was like something else I wanted to do there anyway. So let's go to the foundation. And don't forget that I have to check out other places. You know, at least I figured something out today again, right? I'm always happy, right? Like I mentioned before, like I would have been happy before because I figured something else out in the aquarium that I missed. And that alone was like worth it to have these runs. Right, like I don't mind playing this game a long time because I actually, like I also enjoy like the drafting process and stuff. It's just like, I sometimes talk about this, or like way too often probably, that I just don't think it makes for like the best video material. I think it would be like really fun in like a kind of stream setting where you can also talk to people and... Wait, water? Okay, the water looked like so far down for some reason, probably just because I saw the wall. Right, like I do know that there's like a bingo mode now. So, why am I going here? Stuff like that would be fun, but yeah, otherwise the drafting process is just like taking up a lot of mental energy, especially while talking, that I could be using to solve these puzzles. By the way, there's like another thing that I still want to do over here. I kind of want to check out like all of the areas, but I think I've tried all of them, right? Like, this is the map. This is just like one to turn around, this one as well. I feel like we've reached these two positions before. Like, one of them lets me turn it and the other one lets me raise or lower the position. And then I still have like one over here. I don't know, at some point I'm gonna check those, but hey, you know, at least I now understand the sanctum keys, because I definitely misunderstood something. Right, always happy about that. I'm gonna go for Vera because I feel like Vera is the one I know the most about. I don't know the modes though. And like, you know, like the funny thing is still that I opened like the first 6 doors without like realizing how they work, like the mechanics. Wait a second, which one is the diamond? No? Before I decide on like which one I get, I'm gonna have to like consult my notes here, because again, it's been it's been so long. I do have like all of them. Raja, we have had those. This is like just my notes about the book. Okay, so the diamond is nuance, which is aviation. It's green. I don't know the weather or like what they do. I mean that they did they help? Oh, I don't actually know anymore. Okay, looking at my map, which by the way is like terribly drawn. I don't know if you can recognize that on video, but like, what I want to say is basically this is like my world map, and I just noticed like Korarica is like, I think, the largest region. It's also like the only one, like both Mora J and Vera are both like near the, or like far away from the equator, right? Like they are far in the north and far in the south. If this map is actually as accurate as I want it to be. Wait, don't I have like a note about like geography? I actually do, and it's a lot better than what I have, right? This is like my school notes that I did for the exam. But look at that. Korarica is like really massive. Vera has some mountains. Mora J seems rather flat. But it also has like the, you know, the ship there. So I don't think, like, I still think that this is probably, you know, that the naval force is like that important. This is really rough. I would say like horses make sense then, because they talked about like rough trails. Whereas still, you know, if turtles are somewhere, that's going to be turtles. Nuance, we do know they fly, because they do have like the capabilities, and I would be surprised if that wasn't like important. We do know they are green. What else do we know? Nothing. There might be further nuance. Okay, I guess it's like another place that I didn't actually pay too much attention to. Moraven, this is also like not too far to the north now I think about it. I think Korarica could literally just be like all the weather, because they're like so far around it, they don't have like any special idea of like what it's looking like there. It's like my theory currently. I'm gonna go for Korarica first. Let's solve Korarica while I'm here. Okay. I've talked about like my reasonings here. Let's get this solved. I need my notes for like what each color means. I have them in front of me though. Okay, let's start. We need, the middle one is the modes. So I'm just gonna go for academic, which is, I think, the 3 lines, right? This is academic. Then I would like to go for this ring, which for some reason spins both of the rings still, which annoys me. I didn't actually pay attention to like where I was. I think I was like right in the beginning with this one, because this is like not the amount, but it's like the weather. This is windy, it's not windy. Regular weather, it's like in all areas, so it makes sense to me. Then we need to get horseback, this should be the next one. Yeah, okay. And then orange, which is the triangles. Is it this triangle thing? Or is it yellow? I think it's yellow. There should be like triangles that are like filled. Yeah, it's this one. It's still not this one. What else could it be? If it's not academic, like it's definitely academic. What kind of... It could be aviation in the sense that they might just send like doves? That's like all we know about them, right? We know it's like a rough area. It could also just be streets, right? Did we try this before? Wait, this is the type. This is this one. I feel like it's not trains. It could be aviation, right? Like, let's just pretend it's aviation for just a second. We talked about this. It's probably not. Yeah, because like it would be kind of weird to have like multiple... I guess multiple realms with aviation as their main thing, right? Even though we hear about it like from another thing. I'm just thinking about this because of the doves. I don't think that this had like any, I guess, real impact on that. It shouldn't be this one. Like the area does not seem flat. Huh. That's like another thing. It's like such a rough area. Like the only flat area, like Mora J could be flat? No. Like again, like Korarika's like, it looks so rough on the map. And I don't think that there are a lot of flat areas otherwise. But then again, like certain modes of transportation are just not going to come up. Right, they have like so many mountains. Like, look at all of those mountains and like, this is supposed to be a lake and like cracks in like the earth, right? This is definitely a place with like rough trades. It could just be like regular roads because it's like more modernized now, but why would the realms switch their sigil like that? I don't know. I always forget, right? It's this one, right? Yeah, this would be horseback. It's definitely not horseback. Do I try naval? Okay, I want to say like naval can't be it. Just doesn't feel right. And I have to flip around here again until I reach orange again. How fun. But like, I still don't know why like these two spins are like connected. It makes it kind of annoying to like set up some stuff. Maybe it's just so... Okay, what can it be then? I genuinely don't get it. Did I write down the color wrong and this is actually not orange? Like, I mean, Korarika is orange, but like, I mean... wait a second, I'm gonna go for like my book notes. No, I'm quite sure this is orange. I don't think it's going to be purple. Or like violet, because like technically it comes up like an orange and violet at the same time. Which would mean that we have like the same color twice? But like every depiction of Korarika has been orange that I've seen, right? Like at least the heart shape itself is orange. I think that would be kind of rude if that weren't the case. Okay, why is this place confusing me so much? I don't know if like my save is bugged. If it is, then I'm feeling trolled, right? Anyway, do I go for Vera then? Or Nuance? Like the thing about Vera is that we do know that this is a... Was it spiritual? Like we have like a note about that. Spiritual, heat lines, pink. Spiritual, heat lines, pink, and turtle. If we combine them. In theory, this should be everything. So I'm gonna go for this one. Sanctum key. Yes. And we can just continue like in order, which is also kind of nice. Still though, I'm gonna try this. I hope this is going to work out now. Okay. We do need spiritual. Spiritual is... good thing that I have more notes now. Spiritual is the circle with like the dots in there. Is it this one? Like I'm just terrible at drawing apparently, because it looks quite different on like my notes. The next one, the type is heat waves, which is like the wiggly lines. It's like such a hard place apparently. Hot lines, and then turtle. That's not turtle, that's a horse. That's a train. That is aviation, and this is the pack mule, and this is apparently it. Okay, and now pink. Okay, pink is like the up and down lines, like the, you know, these ones. Also not it. Huh. Unless, wait, is that the wrong symbol? Like the wrong mode symbol. Oh, it is agriculture. Okay, yeah. Okay, I at least figured it out. This is just the wrong one. I for some reason thought they were like similar. I'm just kind of blind. Okay. This is industrial. Okay, I was right. Okay, the circle with a cross in there and then the dots. Okay. Okay, at least I got the turtles right, okay? I would have been so pissed if, like, after all of this time, the turtles didn't work out, okay? I was so waiting for the turtles. Okay, look at that. It's surely pink. And we also have, like, a new game here. And this actually explains, like, the pink ones, even though we had them before. I'm gonna do them first this time around, just because we did those already, right? While Mora J boxes were never as popular in Vera as in other realms, pink tiles were eventually introduced, based on the Veran people's devout respect of the Sacred Circle. We do actually know the Sacred Circle, like the order. I wrote that one down. It's like top down. Wait a second. I don't know where we figured out like the Sacred Circle. Yeah, it's up, down, left, right, up, like top left, bottom right, top right, bottom left. So it's, you know. Okay, that doesn't really help you guys because it's mirrored anyway. Okay, fair enough. I guess I'm gonna accept that then. Wait a second. Yeah, the Sacred Circle, and when diagonal tiles are pressed, all adjacent and diagonal tiles rotate around the press tile, yeah. I did know that. Wait, the gray ones, they... Ooh. What was the rule? What do orange ones do again? I think wasn't gray? Okay, they are not turning gray. Orange just takes over like the other colors. Okay, this is definitely wrong. What did gray do then? Oh wait. Can't I just... Okay, no, if I click something then obviously you're going to return to where you came from, basically. So I need to turn you guys pink. Somehow. By... Definitely not doing this. Yeah, I think you need to be surrounded in a way, right? Like this. Okay, this worked out. I feel like I figured it out. I just need to move you around in an interesting way. Okay, this obviously is not enough. Okay, now I have only pink ones. That's nice. Okay, I need to move you around. You around. How do I do it like this? Okay. This is all of them. At least another puzzle. And more allowance that I definitely needed. You know, I'm so poor. I needed it. Okay. Okay, let's read about it. Look at the turtle. Oh, look at it. It's amazing. Pink flags on the beach. Neat. Okay. Despite my prejudice against Mother Nature, I own that I have deeply loved my time here at Vera. The memories of the youthful trip I took here with my brother have been relentless, and as I have gotten older, I find less and less occasion to recollect on such trivial pleasures. One thing I do remember vividly, which has not lasted a single speck of charm, which has not lost a single speck of charm, are the famous turtles. Each visitor of Vera upon arriving is lent one of these hard-shelled friends for the duration of their stay to serve as both steed, guide and companion. I am still under the spell of island life, even if the weather here is much more severe than it was on Mora J. Okay, Mora J has no severe weather. Might also just be like neutral weather. It might be windy. Like I still think it should be windy, but maybe I'm wrong about that. It could also be windy in... I don't think it's windy in the mountains. Like the image... Wait, let me look at stamps real quick. Also, let me first take a screenshot before I forget. I apparently never took a screenshot of those, but that's not an issue. We can look at those later. But like, Moraven? I'm thinking about like the translation. Wasn't it like Ven as a... Maybe I'm just imagining things. For some reason, no, Ven is like end, but it's only with like one N. It could just be like a writing difference, right? Like end. So the end of Mora? Maybe I need to be like a little bit more loose with like my translations, right? Like I've had it before, but like still. Does Vera have a meaning in that language then? Maybe I'm just wrong about like everything. But still, you did say, okay, first of all, we do know like the order a little bit more, because this one basically tells us that Mora J was before Vera. And after Vera, they went to Nuance, right? Like Robert did, and then they he went back to the main continent. So I do have the order again, looking at that, because there was like some stuff that I didn't quite remember, and also like tried it like some time ago. Doesn't actually matter here. Still interesting lore-wise. Right, like I like the idea of like having a turtle companion that's apparently smart enough to guide you, but still they do talk about like how the weather is much more severe here than it was on Mora J. So Mora J is definitely not hot. It might just be like regular weather. So I'm gonna try that. Or Mora J, I still don't really know like with like some of the pronunciation. With like how the language changed. That would be here. Let's try this again, right? Like clear weather. Could also be windy, but I still don't know the mode. That's like the next issue, right? Like the options for modes are just kind of fascinating, I guess, in that sense, because it's not academic, right? Is it industrial? Probably not. It could be tribal just because we haven't had it yet, but like, you know, it doesn't feel metropolitan necessarily. It could just be like agricultural. Like this was also just be like a guess all the time, like I mentioned before, like that the whole fishing situation, like fish is like very important, which is like why I think like naval and fish could make sense, right, together. If that is part of the same thing, maybe, but I don't really see it. Before I do that, let's pretend that this is a windy place instead. I think. Let me check my notes though. I've been looking through like everything here, more or less, and like the only stamp that I can find that depicts this is like, first of all, low quality, but it's also like on the freezer note for some reason, which is funny. Like maybe it's academic still and it's actually snow and it's just like extra cold during the winter. Maybe, because otherwise I genuinely don't know what it could be. I don't think it's green, even though it kind of turns to green here, right? White to green, maybe, or like the orange is like kind of fake. I don't know. Okay, I guess I'm gonna try it. Still, did I just move it away because this should still be academic? I don't see any other one that's not academic. Right, it makes more sense that like also giving it spiritual, even though it's like kind of a shrine up there, right? Like there's too much talk about like being the academic place. Okay, let's try this. Academic and roads. But I feel like the rough one kinda lets me know that it shouldn't be roads, but instead... Wait, is this one? It could be horses still, because like again, rough roads, it's like very mountainous. But again, like I'm kinda guessing here. And apparently that's not it, and that's kinda what annoys me. What else can it be? Oh wait, I didn't change the weather to snowy, right? But I feel like we've tried this before. Wait, weather is this one. So snowy should just be some dots in there, right? Apparently stuff breaks. Okay. It's this one, and then I just need the right color. It's not that. If it's not horseback, then it could go back to road, but it's like the last thing that I want to attempt, because it has to be something like that. It doesn't really make sense to use other ones here, right? It could be windy, but I feel like that's not quite it. It just doesn't feel like you learn enough currently. Could be aviation, right? Like as a joke, I'm gonna use aviation because of the dwarfs, but I don't actually believe in it. But hey, since I'm already here. Yeah, thought as much. It's definitely not this one. It's like not flat enough. It doesn't feel right, you know, to do too much. I guess roads. Okay, it was roads. So I was at least right about that. Okay, at least we're making progress, right? Like there were a few options there. I guess a little bit more than I wanted to, but like it was either snowy or like I bet I have tried this before, or it feels like it, and I probably just clicked something wrong. I don't know. At this point, I'm just gonna accept it. Okay, and we're also going to try the next one in a second, but first, read this one. Mara J-Box, your university variation. Far from the port towns of the lesser islands, the academies of Korarica were among the last strongholds where the puzzle box fad spread. Unlike other realms whose regional room variations emerged organically over time, students of Korarica designed orange tiles by committee, voting on students' submitted designs and picking the ones they felt best represented the realm. When these tiles are pressed, if the majority of adjacent tiles are share color, then the pressed tile will change to that color. Makes sense if you're like very democratic in that sense. Okay, I can see it. Cool explanation for that one. I need orange here. Green jumped over. So I mean, I can jump over like this. Huh. Wait, what does purple do again? You went down. Okay, now I have you here. That barely helps me, I guess. Unless I do this. Jump you back. I can put you into the corner like this. Doesn't really help me, you know. A second, how do I move the rest then? But you're not be purple, not pink, right? Like you go down, so I feel like I need you like at the top, because like this is basically like the exact same position that I was before, right? If I just do it like this, jump over, put you here. They can get two into those positions, and now I need a third one in that position by jumping you down. And then we go down and we have everything in position. I know I forgot how the mechanic worked like in the middle of it all. Okay, that's nice. And we can also learn a little bit more again. Look at that tree. Ooh, and a furnace of sorts. A weird furnace. Mount Ephros. Interesting. And Moraven again, which is, you know, apparently the mail service. There have been fewer and fewer opportunities the further we travel up into the mountains to attend to my correspondence, and I find myself regretting having brought so many books, as this is the first realm I have visited without porters. Here, every person is expected to carry their own belongings, and if you can't, you throw away that which is expendable. It's looking like I'll be bringing back less souvenirs than I had planned. I never expected to appreciate the cold, but the frigid weather here is a welcome relief coming from the sweltering shores of Vera. Okay, so we did Vera, then we came here, and then we went to Nuance, because in Nuance there was like talk about like how, like not in Nuance, but like in fan areas, no, like Orindia area. I forgot like which one was like the last one. It's like since they're like the same place basically, right? Basically there was like the talk about how you know, aviation is like so much nicer. Okay. Yes, I ended up forsaking all but one of my books. Oh no. Oh no, so bad. Well, too bad. Mount Ephros, Corarica, School of Drafting? The drafting. I'm apparently blind. It might just be like the 2.5 hour recording, like early in the morning or late at evening, depending on like how your time schedule works, I guess. Anyway, taking screenshots and then, you know, the usual. I'm currently kind of thinking, because like, okay, by the way, I'm currently in the fan areas room, and like I've been taking screenshots of like all of the rule sets here, and it was one thing that I kinda loosely remembered, which is why I was checking here basically. But like here's the rules about like the, you know, the grand realm of fan areas was established in the Mora J boxes, you know, were graced with the red tiles, right? And they talked about how all black tiles on the box turn red in triumphant victory, while all white tiles on the box turned black, serving as the outclass and struggling reinforcement of the dwindling Desolate's army. Like, while they are white, right, like white has like some meaning to it. So, right, like we don't have like other white tiles. Like if they are white tiles, they probably represent the white realm that we still have of Mora J, right? So if they were involved in the whole situation, like I'm trying to remember, like in the history, I thought it was like another realm. Wait a sec, I'm gonna have to check that real quick. Okay, here are like a few things that I'm currently thinking about, and that sounds like maybe weird, but like first of all, we had like the note about like, you know, in the background, you know, white tiles turning black, helping out, right? So I thought like maybe they're also like militaristic, but actually goes like even further, because like in the history it says yeah, the pacification of Fen, and then like don't forget, this is like the book also, you know, writing kind of positively comparatively about you know, in the areas back then in the War of the Fifth Era. And they did get assistance. Like, you know, the Civil War started because Desolate's, you know, they weren't like a fan of that situation. Wait a second, they do say joining Desolate's army. Like, I'm not 100% sure. There are like two things I could see. It could be like it's just a martial place, you know, because they got support from the, I'm guessing, right? Like, because the color seems to be important. And it's like also where it kind of started. I could also see it be, I don't know if I would go like tribal, because it's using the word barbaric here, right? Like maybe I'm combining too much here, but I could see both of those. And then obviously either windy or clear weather. Those are like the two weather phenomena that I can kind of see, but I feel like Nuance is probably the one with clear weather. I don't know, maybe just because of aviation that I'm feeling like that, right? Like I feel like a blimp or similar could not really fly that well in, you know, stormy weather. So I'm just gonna try it. This is basically correct already, right? Okay, at least for what I wanted to test. Okay, it's not that, right? This is black. Which one's white? Wait a second. I can just check, like before I spin around. Either this is white or it's black. I think white has like the unfilled dots though, right? Yeah, this is black. That's why. I just need to change the color. Before I got that wrong, just because like my drawings obviously are just like, you know, in pencil. They don't really have like a lot of color to guess. It would be this one. Okay, it's not tribal then. It could be windy. But I want to try the martial one first. Could also just be agricultural or something like that, right? Like there are a lot of options. But alas, currently... I mean, then again, it could also be like metropolitan, right? Am I stupid? I guess I skipped it. Okay, that would be this one. Yeah, thought as much. Like, it would be kind of boring to have like too many of the same ones, right? Could still be windy, right? Unthink. I don't think it's poetic. It's probably tribal. And then... Wait, that's the wrong one that I'm flipping. It's still naval. I think it's naval just because, like, even on the map they show, like, a ship, right? It would be weird to not have this be, like, the naval realm. But the weather's obviously wrong. If it's windy. I'm assuming it's, again, windy or clear weather. Those are, like, the two ones that I can currently see. Windy, and then until I have, like, the open dots again. Otherwise, I'm still happy that I found like something out. Okay, it's not this one. Which one do I spin? I spin this one. Again, think about the military. Okay, it's not. Like, here's the thing, because like we also know that the original boxes were monochromatic, to my understanding, right? So like only white and black. At least like one other color. And like the next one that was introduced was arch areas, at least according to the notes like that I can find here in the underground. So there would be like a close connection between those. So it could also be big cities, right? There has to be like some connection between them, right? Like this is like currently what I'm thinking. It's not that though. Unless it's like still clear weather, right? Like could still work out. I'm just trying to like at least figure out like reasonings when I click something. I'd like to, if there's like a guess, I'd like to at least have it make sense, kind of, right? It doesn't have to be like the best guess, but okay, I just don't get the modes yet. I need to figure those out. I don't, again, there's a limit to how much I want to guess, but this at least kind of confirms the order again. If I really wanted to, I could figure them out, right? And get like my deed back. But I mentioned this before. I want to get like all of the sigils instead first, or at least like all but nuance. Like if I don't get like the last key, then I'm fine with that. Like I'm not fine with that like in general, but like I'm fine with getting the deed again, or like looking at it again in case like something changed, right? Like I said, since like last time I did it like via you know, combining like the last 3 options that existed, which were like I guess how many combinations were there? There were like 6 combinations. Right, to me, that's like kind of the limit I would go for. Also, while I'm here, I'm gonna look at the castle again, just because I can. Alright, since I am basically done now, I'm just going to go to security before I forget to, you know... Oh wait, this is a bedroom, that's nice. I get some steps. The mask definitely was worth it. Still though, I'm gonna go through here and I'm going to use the upgrade disc. I don't actually know how many more there exist. That's no a question for another day, I guess. What can I upgrade? It's the aquarium. Oh, I like the aquarium. Chance to enhance it. Yeah. What do I want? Just stuff? Stars? A power source? Wait, it is a power source. Okay, electrical eel aquarium. I like the idea, but I don't really need power sources that often. Like honestly, this would have been amazing like early into the game, but like I've checked most of the rooms that can use power and like I don't really need them that often. can be convenient. Also that it can like probably, I guess the power can just flow through it, also nice. I'm just gonna go for the stars, because like stars are rerolls at this point, so they're like really powerful. I don't really need money. I don't really need the Mechanarium anymore, right? Like we've gotten everything out of there. So like the fact that you get like this effect for the Mechanarium, right? Like to get like the upgrade card, you need to basically be done with the Mechanarium. Probably this was like door 7 or something like that. And right, like now I don't really need that many mechanical rooms anymore. I don't know, I feel like stars are probably worth the most. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Starfish Aquarium. Feels the best, just because again, every single time I draft an aquarium now, I am going to get a re-roll. Now the question is, where do I want to rest? I guess just the break room, right? So I get like a card for next time. So here's the next thing about, yeah, I still can't do this because I don't have a shovel. This has been so weird that I didn't get a shovel twice. But still, I am going to keep the shrine effect. I can't even change it now, right? Like it's too late. I'm gonna pick up the gem just because I can. Yeah, I mean, this has been a productive run. I figured out some stuff. There's like still a bit missing, but I'm very, very happy with like how it's been going, and I still have like at least one lead to follow. That's like the great thing, right? Like there's at least one lead that I can follow when it comes to like other effects, which is like now the laundry room. I finished, you know, my theory about the garage, that, you know, you can't actually reach it unless you open the garage door, which is interesting actually as a mechanic. I think it would have been cool if like you could have definitely hidden something on the other side if you just said like, okay, it generates everything, but only when you open it you have like the shortcut. Anyway, I'm gonna end it here just because you know, it's been a long recording at this point. You probably see barely anything of it. Call it a day. Yeah, let's call it. And we're going to get like the key card for next time, which also means, like I mentioned, I wanted to check out like their mode and the other mode. Architect's Hunting Lodge. Oh. Because of the trophy room. Okay. And the kennel. Makes sense. Okay. But like I'm going to continue regular runs for a little bit longer before I switch over to like their mode or like curse mode. Again, I think they don't actually add anything to the puzzles. I think they are just like nice challenges. So definitely interesting to do. And I think they could also like kind of shake me away out of like my, I guess, the way I am kind of stuck in the game. Well, I mean, like I mentioned before, like I've taken like breaks in between like my recording, by the way, oftentimes like weeks apart at this point, even still, just because it's like takes a long time to record and like to edit, right? And I think this is always great for me because like this refresher, right? Like seeing this all with like new eyes always helps me. And I think at some point, like if I get like more time to like record a bunch of episodes, at some point I might just have to put like some dare mode in between to like re-see earlier moments in the game, to like see them with like in a new light, and maybe they are going to help me like solve something else at some point. Still though, there's still some puzzles left that I can solve, and that probably are going to make sense, right? Like I have like some other notes, like thoughts that I have that just didn't make sense to talk about this time around. I'm gonna do that another time. I'm probably going to continue with like this format for a few more episodes where I'm like mostly cutting down like a lot of stuff, just because again I am at a point where I feel like I have now looked at a lot of rooms very thoroughly again, and it's going to probably take like a few episodes until I feel the need to do like a thorough run like I have been doing, you know, previously again. And it's also like just easier for me to like think about stuff if I don't have to yap constantly, right? So anyway, in any case, I hope you enjoyed this episode and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be seeing you next time. Till then, have a good one and bye bye.